Okay, no. Now it looks better. Hey guys, welcome back to
Blabbermouth.
Yay! This is so great. Heck yeah. Episode 6. Here we go, guys.
Are you ready?
What do you mean, are we ready?
Are you ready?
I am ready.
This one's gonna be crazy.
This one's gonna be a little cuckoo.
This one's gonna be crazy, guys. You're in for a story, all right?
Oh my god. Literally, you need to come and say some kind of story. Oh, wait, okay, you said you were going to talk about December of 2021. Or you said you were going to talk about 2021. Mm-hmm. Like in general.
Yeah. You can talk, yeah.
Wait, am I using the right mic?
What?
I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. I'll just be quiet today. Either way, I'm not going to be talking as much.
Here, what I was going to discuss was...
Oh, wait, should we say what's up? Because
what's been going on?
Yeah, in our lives.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to say? Well, we can talk about our upcoming trip.
Yeah.
I am so excited. Like, you literally do not understand how excited I am. Because we're going to be going to Boston.
Yay. Isn't that exciting, guys? I'm super excited.
Well, especially because fall is coming up. And
we're going
it's just... vibes,
the fall
vibes.
The vibes, we're going in October, so it's gonna be really cold and
literally.
So epic, and we're going just us, we're not going with anyone else, and that is we're gonna have a baller time.
I am literally gonna have so much fun.
We're gonna be crazy. We're gonna get crazy, you guys. But
no,
yeah,
literally no.
That looks bad.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a birthday trip for myself. I'm literally paying for this trip by myself, I guess ish.
Yeah, me too. So it's not really
yeah.
I mean, we're paying for it.
Most of it. I mean, our parents are helping us out a little bit, but for the majority, we are literally doing this out of the pockets of our own pockets.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what people say? Out of our own pockets, whatever. Yeah. I'm really excited.
Me too.
I really want to do an episode there somehow.
Me too. We really want to film there, but at the same time I don't, because I want to take advantage of us being in Boston.
That's so valid.
Again, we don't have that many days there because I have school, we have things to do at home. We're always so busy.
We're still busy girls.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we talk about how we're busy all the time.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, we're busy. But yeah.
We're just busy girls. We're working girls. We're girl bosses.
Yeah. We really are girl bosses.
We literally
Because we have both been told that we're girl bosses. I've been told that by my friends. You've been told that by your... Because we are,
No, one of my other friends said that I was giving stay-at-home daughter. I'm like, stay-at-home daughter?
Well, you kind of are, no?
I was like, I work and I go to school. I guess she was joking. I guess she...
No, but that came from a real place.
I was like, stay-at-home daughter. I was like, I'm tired.
Girl, I'm tired, yeah.
Girl, I got work tomorrow.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Okay, well, yeah. That's what we have coming up. Yeah. That's what we're looking forward to in our lives.
I really want to do an episode. It doesn't even have to be with our camera. It could literally be with our phone.
With iPhone.
The quality's going to be completely different. Audio's going to be completely different. But at least we'll have, this episode that we can do there. And also, well, my plan was to just not have an episode that week because we're gonna be busy in Boston, but it would be cool to have an episode
filmed there in Boston.
You know what I mean?
We'll see what happens.
Okay, guys, it's a maybe for now.
Yeah,
but we'll have an episode where we talk about our trip.
Yeah.
I'm so excited because we have museums that we want to go to. Yeah. We want to do the Freedom Trail. We want to see certain places.
We're going to Salem, I think.
Yes, we're going to go to Salem. That's going to be epic. Mm-hmm. So excited for that. And I'm just excited to wear fall clothes.
Me too. It's going to be skirt. It's going to be cold and the outfits are going to be so good for me.
Yeah.
And I say they're going to be good, but I really don't know. I have no vision. Usually I have visions for what I'm going to be wearing during the seasons because I love clothes, but I have no vision. Well, I have a little bit of a vision. So I'm going to kind of play by ear and see what happens. Do you have that? Where you're oh, I'm planning on wearing this in the fall. Do you have that this year?
Okay, I have one fit planned. Literally, it's literally so simple, but it's cute. It's literally baller. I also planned this one. It's literally just a black shirt and a skirt, but it's a very fall.
Mm-hmm. The colors.
Autumnal. And then I had some cute shoes on. I'm not wearing shoes right now because my feet are tired. But I I had the vision, and then I got a lot of compliments on my skirt today.
Yeah, it's cute. I do like it.
Because, and I literally thought about this outfit like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's my vibe. You know
what I mean?
That's my vibe.
Oh, you know what I mean? I'm like, I know what I'm wearing on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Literally, like planning your outfits day in advance. Like, oh my God, it's like so real. Like,
yes.
I don't know. We need to talk about that more. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into the real topic of today's episode.
Oh, well, I also wanted to talk about
what? We need to segue. Like, we need to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, because I wanted to introduce, like, with the fact that, like, I feel like we don't get a lot of listeners. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And it's comforting. It's comforting that we know that no one is listening.
Like, kind of yes and no. I don't know. I don't really look at the viewer count.
I honestly don't know how many
ever
viewers we got on the last one.
Honestly, I don't know either.
Our first episode was the one where we got the most viewers, and I think it's just like, like it's very like hyped up, you know. Mm-hmm. But then like it's hard to get people to like actually listen consistently,
like continue to listen,
especially because like I have a lot of friends that like I don't think they've listened to the podcast.
No, yeah,
like you know what I mean.
Which is fine,
yeah. But I was like, not even one episode, like you know what I mean, like yeah, not even one.
Honestly, me personally, I don't really care. I feel like it's almost kind of weird that my friends would watch the podcast.
Well, like, who else would watch it? Like, you know what I mean?
Like, other people who, like, find us interesting.
Like, who else?
Like, just people in the world.
Well,
that's what I thought. I was like, oh, no one from my real world, or, like, from my life is going to be watching this. Like, my friends and family are not going to watch it. But those are literally that's our only audience right now.
Yeah. And that's okay. Oh, also, you can pay us now. You can give us money. On our Spotify, you can... I believe there's a link on our Spotify and our YouTube. I also have it linked on our Instagram. You can kind of, like, subscribe to us in a way. It's not necessarily, like, giving you any extra content, but if you guys like us and, like, want to support us...
and want to give us money...
Yeah, and want to give us some money, like, for funsies, like, go ahead and subscribe.
Your money will benefit us greatly.
It's under the platform Spotify for podcasters, and I guess it just kind of, like, lets people, like, support other like small podcasts.
Word.
I do really want to be monetized at some point.
Me too.
I think we're like halfway through getting monetized. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay, well,
I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see. Maybe another 6 weeks from now we'll get monetized.
This is true.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
Oh yeah. Let's get to the real stuff.
To the real stuff of what we wanted to talk about today. Well, it's what sister wanted to speak about. Because it's kind of like her story, but then I'll also get into
it's
like
her story. What's the thing?
The
history. His story.
His story. Her story.
Her story.
It's her story. That's real. Okay, go ahead. What are we talking about? Go ahead.
Well.
We're talking about the December of 2021, which was like really bad for both of us, I think.
I'm already crying.
I'm already crying.
I'm already crying. No, I'm literally just like fixing my eyes.
Yeah, I think it was really bad for both of us. For me, I think it was more emotionally scarring, and then for my sister, it was. Like,
it was emotionally scarring for me too. Bro.
It was emotionally and physically scarring. Like, so yours was for your. Okay, go ahead. Go. Go ahead. I'm like giving you.
Okay, so last episode I said that I wanted to talk about this, but I wasn't very prepared because I don't understand. I just don't remember how the events took place. I mean, this was almost 2 years ago, so I don't really remember. And I have some pictures that could kind of help me remember like how it all played out and like timing wise. So what happened was August of 2021, I did not have like a really good living situation, and I'm going to keep that very brief as well for the sake of the other people that I was living with, because I just don't think it's important, but it wasn't very good for me mentally, and I'm sure it wasn't very good mentally for the people I was living with at the time, and so I was just like not doing very well and just crying a lot, and then I also started
Sorry. It's just like, that was so real. I'm just laughing because it was real. Like, crying a lot. Like,
no,
real.
Like, do you have a problem with that?
No, like, it's relatable. Like, I was just crying a lot. Like, it's just kind of funny.
You're making fun of me.
No, I'm not. I'm just... There will be no episode 7. Okay, continue.
This is
like,
the last episode.
Whatever, continue. Continue.
And so I had started... Not therapy. What's it called? Counseling. I started counseling around, I think, November. And I was like, I had been wanting to go to counseling just for general, like...
It's just, like, good to do that,
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I had been wanting to go to counseling, but I didn't go until after that whole situation happened with the living situation. And so I didn't go until, I think, November. And so going to counseling helped a lot with that, but there were some other things that I, like, had started telling my counselor just more, like, issues that I was having that weren't related to my living situation, which was the original reason I went to counseling. So that was difficult to, like, unpack with a person that I didn't know, which is the same for a lot of other people that do counseling. And so, you know, just doing that, and, like, it was my first time doing counseling and things like that, so it was not easy for me to open up, because I'm usually not a very open person when it comes to talking about my feelings, which is another thing I wanted to talk about. That, like, it's really hard for me to, like, talk about how I feel, and also, like, confrontation.
Yeah, that one.
Especially telling people, like, when they're wrong. You know what I mean?
I think it's... Yeah, which is the same for a lot of people, I would say. Like, it's really difficult to, like... confrontation is a very difficult thing, and it's difficult to set boundaries sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like it's really hard for me to tell someone that, like you hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Because it's like I don't want to. I don't know why that makes me feel, like, bad.
It makes you feel. I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable thing, and also I don't want them to feel bad. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it comes from a good place. You're, like,
I guess, like, I just don't want to ruin
the friendship.
Our friendship, I guess.
But it's actually those things that can make the friendship better and stronger.
I know. That's true. Because, like, then it's also, like, well, if something made you upset, like, you need to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the issue. I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't.
Hence your counseling, yeah.
Hence the counseling. Anyways, so it was really hard for me to, like, open up and things like that. Slowly but surely I did, like, talk to my counselor about other things, but... This is part 1 of, like, the main story, I guess. So December came around and I was still doing counseling, and this is where it gets a little gross because I think I should also give a trigger warning because I had something, like, not medically.
Yeah, it was
physically and medically.
Medical condition?
No, it's not a condition.
But
it's just kind of gross. I guess, like, trigger warning for blood and
talk of hospital and
stitches and
stuff of
disgusting
that stuff of that sort.
So I had this kind of cyst on the top of my bottom. Like, I don't know what other word to use.
Like lower back area?
Like lower back area, like,
which was
bottom.
Really gnarly. Like, yeah. Really gnarly, and, like,
it was an awkward spot for it to be because it was kind of right at the center. And I had noticed it, like, in the shower or something like that. And I was like, oh, that kind of hurts when I, like, touch it. And I didn't know what it was, so I kind of ignored it. And then after a while, it started, like, to hurt a lot to the point where, like, I couldn't sit down. And, like, it just kind of hurt, like, you know, just doing things or, like, not even doing anything at all. It just wouldn't hurt. And so I told my mom about it. And she thought, like, oh, it's probably just, like, kind of like a pimple or, like a cyst. She thought a pimple, cyst, something around there. And so she tried to fix it or, like, heal it at home, you know, hot water, like, different kind of ointments, and nothing was working. And it just kept getting more and more and more and more painful. And, like it just wasn't, comfortable at all. Like, it was really, really painful and it hurt a lot. And so, from what I can remember, let me go back to, like, my pictures, because I had pictures.
Also,
like me at the ER crying, because I was like, I literally don't know why I took pictures of myself crying, but
no, that's so real.
I was like,
why everyone takes pictures of themselves crying?
because I think I was like sending it to my friends or whatever, and I'm like, I'm at the ER.
Also, I completely blocked this out of my memory because I kind of completely blocked out that entire month of like December out. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like that whole month was like bad.
Yeah.
Like that whole time frame was good in a lot of ways, but bad in a lot of ways as well. You know, life, but
you know how life goes.
But yeah, I like kind of forgot about that. I'm not going to lie that happened.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Anyways, well, so I was really stressed out during that whole thing because finals were coming up. It was like early December. Usually, schools end colleges end their fall semester really early. I mean, we get out like what, December 10th through 15th? Like usually we get out really early. Maybe even earlier than that. And I was like starting to study for finals, and I was also moving. I was moving out of my living situation. So it was so stressful to have to deal with finals, moving out, and this weird lump on the back of my body. Like, it was really annoying and stressful. And I love Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And so I like to plan gifts and things like that, like way ahead of time.
Not way ahead. The holidays get stressful as well.
Holidays are stressful. Like, it's not. We know this.
Yeah.
And so I was like planning gifts and like baking for my friends and like all this stuff. And so I had like a bunch of pressure on me.
And you had work, right?
And yes, and I was working. Yeah. Like, literally, girl, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Literally. And I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, my life is so hard. Like, it was just this point in my life. And it was difficult for me, okay?
Which is
Please
fair.
Don't judge me.
No, it's fair. That's completely fair. I mean, you had
like valid.
Like difficult like life, and then like any medical thing, like that's obviously something hard to go through, and it's not very easy.
And I was super stressed out about moving, because then it was like, how am I going to move all my stuff if I have this on my back? Like, I was like, I'm going to need help, but I didn't want to ask anyone for help because I don't want anyone like helping me do it.
Oh, that's
I didn't want anyone to help me because I didn't want to feel like a burden to other people.
That's so real.
You know what I mean?
That's so real, yeah.
But I luckily had a really good friend that helped me move out, which was great. And I think you also helped me, and Father helped us.
Yeah.
So it was good. But it's also like annoying to move, you know?
Oh yeah, the whole like everyone knows
stuff,
that.
and then you got to move all this stuff into the new place.
I feel
like,
a lot of people talk about how moving in somewhere and moving out is like so stressful.
Yeah.
And like I feel like a lot of people talk about it, but at the same time I feel like it's not talked about enough still.
Yeah, I also was like really curious about what the most stressful things in life are, and apparently like it's one of the top 5 most stressful like things a person can go in like through in their life is like, I'm trying to remember what it was, but I think it's like moving is up there. It's like one of the top 5,
which is crazy.
Most stressful things that someone can go through.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, I'm doing that and going through a bunch of other stuff. So anyways, this cyst on my back, or like my butt essentially, it was hurting a lot. I was kind of like trying to heal it myself, like with hot water and like baths, and see if like maybe it could possibly be popped like a pimple.
Like a pimple.
Like a pimple. It was
like a butt pimple. Like a butt pimple, but like way more severe.
Yeah, it was like not fun. Anyways, I still I still live on campus at the time, and I'm still living on campus right now, but I was like, okay, I have an exam the next day. Let me just try to do this exam and then go home. And then go home after the exam and then like see if I can go get it treated. You know what I mean? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
So I go to sleep that night, I'm getting ready for my like test the next morning. And I am in like severe pain like that night. And it was like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. I was like, can I go to sleep and like be fine the next day? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I will be fine the next day. To also like be like mentally okay to take a test.
Yeah.
And then drive all the way home and then go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Or something. Because I didn't know what I was supposed to do with this on my back. And I was like, I literally cannot. And so I call my mom.
Well, this is where I come in, because it was me and my mom were at home. My dad was away, so me and my mom were both sleeping downstairs in her room because her bed's like really big and it's just like fun, you know, like sleeping with your mom, like sleepover or whatever, you know. So me and my mom are sleeping in the same bed that night, and I get a call because I get a call from my sister. Yeah. And I forgot if you were you crying? I don't remember.
I definitely was.
You probably were crying. But she calls me, and like I'm obviously sitting right next to my mom, and I wake up at like 3 a.m.
What did you think when I was calling?
I remember I thought like, oh, I'm just not gonna answer. But it's because wait, guys. It was because I didn't know that it was like the middle of the night. It was like 3 or 4 a.m.
What time did you think it was?
I thought it was 9? Like 10 or like 11. Like me and my mommy went to bed like very, very early, like because it was a school night. And so I was like not gonna. But then I look at the clock, which is right next to the, my phone on the nightstand next to me. And it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, okay, wait, this is like an emergency if she's calling me. So then I pick up the phone, and then she's like, oh, like, you need to get my mom right now. Like, I'm like in severe pain, blah, blah, blah. And so I tell my mom, who's right next to me, and then I pass the phone to her or whatever. And then they start talking, and, you know.
Wait, I think.
But like because my mom keeps her phone turned off completely at night, which is so silly. Why would you do that? Because like this could.
No, I literally don't know why she does that.
This could happen to you. Like someone could call you in the middle of the night with a serious emergency. Like what happened?
Especially if it's like your daughter is like.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why she.
I came to the rescue, even though I was like low key not gonna answer, but I probably would have answered anyway because, you know.
Yeah, my worry was that like my teacher wasn't gonna let me like take the test a different day. So I was like, I really have to take this test. I don't know if my teacher's going to let me, like, take this test another day. Like, I don't know if this is a serious enough, like, medical issue that, like, he would let me take it a different day. Like, he's going to think I'm going to cheat or something. And honestly, it wasn't really a test that you could cheat on. But I was like, I don't know how this teacher is going to react to this. You know what I mean? Like, because I could literally be screwed and he can give me an F and be like, no, too bad you weren't there at the test. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gone to the doctor and then come back, but I didn't know what state I was going to be in after the doctor.
Yeah, basically you were just trying to like suck up the pain so then you could just take the final and go home and then be happy and have that off your chest, but it didn't work out.
I was like, I literally cannot like withstand the pain. I am going to go home. So when I called my sister and she passed me my mom the phone, she was like, oh yeah, just come home. Like we'll go to an ER here, but like I got to figure out what ER works with your health insurance and whatever, which is so annoying that like you're literally having an emergency and you have to like look up which ERs like work with your insurance. Like that's crazy.
That's silly.
It's annoying. Anyways, that also happened the second time when I was having like severe cramps.
I remember that.
Which was like insane. Like literally the worst pain I've ever gone through in my life.
Which one was worse? This one or the cramps?
Probably the cramps.
That
like,
was crazy.
Were, like,
I thought you were gonna die. I'm not. Did I tell you that I thought you were gonna die? I was like, that's it.
That's really
never
another story where I went to the ER. That's just another ER story.
I genuinely, like my stomach dropped. I was like, I'm never seeing her again. I was like, that's it.
No, you did not.
No, I swear on my life, I genuinely thought that you were going to die from period cramps. Like, I genuinely thought.
Literally, what is wrong with
that? Was okay, but that's a different story. Anyway,
that was like a crazy.
That one was traumatic for me. Oh,
is this about you? Like, were you the one in pain? Like, I don't think so. Okay.
Anyway, whatever.
So, this is taking a little long.
Sorry, yeah, well, wrap it up.
No, I know. I'm the one that's taking a long time. It's not you. I like you that you
I chime in.
You chime in, yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm like like
not
clenching
talking.
onto the mic the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I remember it being really cold that day. It was like in the 30s. It was already December.
Yeah.
So it was cold, and I remember like having to walk in the cold like to my car and at freaking 5 o'clock in the morning
me timbers,
to go to the freaking doctor. And I remember it was like, I don't think it was snowing, but it was like raining.
No,
or
it was
something.
probably just like really cold.
I think it was just a really, really cold rain. And so I had to like defrost my windows and like try to drive like 30 miles.
And it was like
to
4 or 5 a.m., right?
Yeah, it was like 5 a.m. I think. Because by the time we got to the ER, it was like 6:30. Mm-hmm. So 6:30 a.m. I got there. I was really nervous, really scared. They were like, I'm trying to remember if this is real. They were like, okay, like you have like this kind of cyst, like we're gonna have to like cut it open and like
perform surgery.
Like yeah, like they did surgery on my pimple. Like they did surgery on a grape. They did surgery on the pimple.
They did surgery on a grape.
Yeah, they did surgery on a grape. Okay.
We need to talk about.
No.
We need to talk about surgery on a grape. Okay, and then what happened?
What even was that?
I know,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
They did surgery on a grape. Like what does that even
Like
mean?
they literally did surgery on a grape. And that was the joke of like 2018.
Like, okay.
And then so they did.
So they did surgery on my pimple. They cut it open. First they injected anesthesia on me.
Yeah,
like on
because they were like, this one's gonna hurt.
And the anesthesia hurts so much, and it's supposed to numb you, and it's like really weird because the anesthesia kind of makes it like a pocket in your skin, like when they injected it and like inflated, and it's like there's a pocket of like.
Air?
There's like a pocket of the substance that the anesthesia
that they inject
on my skin, which is like crazy, like crazy.
Sorry for being like descriptive.
That's why I'm saying I'll put a trigger warning somewhere in there.
Yeah. I mean, we said it, so
I'll write it down though, in the description. And they cut it open, and they had to like kind of
pop it like a
pimple.
Yeah.
And it hurt so much. Like, it actually hurt. Actually, I don't think that they...
What?
I don't remember them stitching it up that time. Maybe they did stitch it up. But, yeah, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'm fine. Like, it hurts a little bit, but, like, not too much. But it was, like, really painful. That procedure was really painful. And the doctors, like, were not very, like... How do I say? They weren't very...
prepared?
No, they just, like, weren't
nice.
They weren't nice. Like, I don't know. They didn't care about my pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, which sucks as a doctor.
Kicking and crying.
Yeah.
Because it hurt a lot. Yeah. And they were just like, you're fine. You know what I mean? I was crazy. Like, oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's not true.
Like, you work at you're
someone's getting cold for Christmas. Anyway.
I understand you're here at 6 o'clock. Like, you've probably been here for 10 hours or whatever, but...
Yeah, but this is your job.
Like, this is literally your job. Like, you're supposed to make the patients feel comfortable, and I did not feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah. That does suck.
I know. That. I wish that they...
were kinder.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Make the experience better for your patients. Mm-hmm. Hello, it's your job. Hello.
Hello.
If your goal was to help people, that doesn't just mean, like, helping them physically, it means also like comforting them emotionally. Hello.
That's real. Like
it actually pisses me off. Like, imagine if it was someone that was like I'm not saying that I was dying, but imagine if it was someone that was like literally dying.
Yeah, that's real.
And they were acting like they weren't dying.
Yeah, that's not chill. Come on, doctors, let's be nicer. All right.
Let's be a little nice.
Let's be a little bit nicer.
Anyways, I do that. I go home. I email my teacher that like, hey, like I had a medical emergency, blah, blah, blah. Can I take the test a different day? He said, okay, that's fine. I was like, oh, thank God, like yippee. And so I chill at home. I go back to school like a couple days later, or like, I don't think I actually go to school the next day. I think I'm actually like, I stay home for the next 2 days, and I guess he lets me take the test like the next week after. And so I remember I was still like kind of feeling pain, and it kind of felt like it hadn't gone away. And so I remember that night that I had to go to the ER a second time. We went to Applebee's and we were like eating, and I was like, Mom, like I still feel kind of pain. Like I feel like we should go back. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like go back to the ER, make sure that like there was probably still like pus in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so
sorry, we're both looking through our Snap memories to see what went down. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not on my phone
funny.
now.
Anyways,
she's telling an emotional story.
We go back to the ER like that night. It was like maybe 9:30. And I was like, hey, like it still hurts. Like I don't feel like it's changed. Like I think it's like even gotten bigger. Like, and they're like, okay, like we're gonna have to like cut you open again. There's probably just still more pus in there.
That sucks.
Or is it pus? Pus? I said pus. Sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I mean. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's be mature. Anyways.
There's nothing mature about this podcast. Anyway.
I go back and it was like literally more painful than the first time. I think it's because they injected more anesthesia. They cut me even more open. They made sure that they got all of the like gunk out of me. And then they had to stitch me up, which was like very painful. And I remember Mom was almost gonna faint.
Oh yeah, because my mom's a baby when it comes to like blood and like things of that sort. Like she's a baby.
She was literally like, somebody get me water.
Like relax. Like and
but I was also like I literally felt like I was gonna throw up, and I told the nurses like I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Because you were the one who the procedure was on. My mom was just there.
I know, and Mom was like, I feel like I'm gonna faint. I think I'm gonna pass out.
Like what? Like you're literally fine.
That's okay. And then the nurse was like, it's okay, just like don't look, like she's fine.
Yeah, that's crazy. Didn't she faint or something? Or was that a different time?
She didn't faint.
Whatever.
But she thought she was gonna
My mom has a fainting problem.
Yeah. I was like, I couldn't like see what was happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So like I can't imagine I can't imagine how gross it must have been. For Mom. Like
just don't look. Why was she looking in the first place like that? Because she was curious.
She probably was also really nervous.
Yeah,
she was just
that's
scared.
Fair. She was being mommy.
She was being mom. Oh.
The picture of Kane.
The picture of the Caniac combo, like, oh.
Okay, finish your story, jeez.
I'm almost done, okay,
dang. 20-minute long story, like, jeez.
Anyway, then they put me in the kids' room, too, like.
With Doc McStuffins, like, on the walls. That's crazy.
What they don't tell you growing up is that doctors are not like Doc McStuffins.
They don't tell you that. No one tells you that growing up. Well, now we told you, so don't go into life with that like expectation.
Doc McStuffins.
Yeah, don't think it's like that.
That's so funny. Oh my god. Anyways, so much pain, like literally. Yeah, very traumatic. Like, I was literally sobbing pain. It was so painful. I could not believe that something so small could be so painful.
Real.
Especially because it's on my back. It's on a very thick, like, your back has thick skin. And I feel like because your skin is thick, you shouldn't feel as much pain. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
But even the nurses were like, oh, yeah, when I was around... What?
I'm not a fighter. I never claimed to be a fighter. Do you not know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
It's what Bryce Hall said.
I'm sorry.
We bring up Bryce Hall every episode. And then?
Okay.
And then?
And...
I'm not a fighter. I never claimed to be... How do you not know what that is? Like, how do you not know? You never know what anything is sometimes. Like...
Oh. I know a lot, okay?
No, you don't.
A lot.
No, you don't. Okay, and then?
Anyways... The nurses said that, like, oh, yeah, like, this happened to me when I was, like, a little girl. Like, it's a very common thing to, like, grow cysts, like, on your, body. Like, a pimple. Like, a pimple. It's very common to grow, I guess it'd be, like a bist. Like a butt cyst. Like, I don't know what it is. Anyways, they were like, oh, yeah, like, this
that's
happened to me before.
That's gonna be our title. We have bists.
But, like, they try to make it seem like it was nothing, and I guess, like, that's fine. Like in a way that's, like, comforting, because it's not like I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was in a lot of pain, to the point where I literally thought I was gonna throw up from the pain when they were, like,
Can we name this episode We Have Bimples?
No.
Why not?
Literally no.
Why not? I think that's what. Can we? Whatever. And then
You suck. Anyways.
finish your story.
So I'm fine, but then I think how many days pass? 4 more days pass, and like I have to go like get it checked again just to make sure that everything's fine. And like I was perfectly fine at this point, but I was like traumatized by like how much they've like probed me. Like, is that a word I can say?
I think so. Yeah. How much they like took the life out of you?
Yeah, how much they took the life out of me. And I was like, I don't want to go back. Like, I'm so
That's
scared
actually real.
that I was gonna feel like even more pain.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was already traumatized the first 2 times.
Yeah.
And so the third time I went I think they took out the stitches.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which didn't hurt that much, but
It was just
I
scary
was
to
just
go
really
back.
scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was so tense and anxious about going back, and it was
fine.
it was the least painful. So I got that done, got it checked, and everything was fine. And I mean, by the time I knew it, I was okay again.
Yeah.
But I was really worried because we had planned to go back home to Miami at the time. Like we had a trip planned, and I didn't know
You
how
didn't go
long.
with me, did you?
We went as a family.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, this is when we still had the house.
Yeah.
And so we didn't know if like I was gonna be okay by the time
Oh, I remember that.
like we didn't know if I was gonna be okay to go.
That was a good
to
trip.
the trip.
That was a good
It was
trip.
a good trip. Well, to some extent.
That was a good. Yeah. It's Miami.
Because let me find the picture.
I remember. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so
yeah, okay,
5
yeah.
days after that checkup, or post checkup, I guess it would be, right? I don't know. Post check. I don't know. We went to Miami because my dad was already there working, and we were gonna meet him there. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
So it was just me, you, and Mom that flew.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think Mom wasn't feeling well like that week too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think she was having like back issues,
Yeah.
like arthritis issues.
My
So she
mom
was like,
also
I don't even
has-
think if I want to go either. We
Yeah.
might cancel it.
Because my mom has a lot of medical issues, so it's like we had
Oh, this
sister.
is so real.
Yeah, that's real. We had sister and mommy feeling bad, so it was like, are we even
Yeah.
going? Like, and I was like,
yeah.
I want to go to Miami. Like, I'm down.
Yeah.
Did I want to
and-
go? I think I did. I wanted to see my friends
It was,
there.
like, so bad. So we go on December 16th. We go to Miami. We have a baller time. We see friends. We eat food. We go see Spider-Man movie. I don't remember what the movie was. The one where it's all 3 of them.
Oh,
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, we watched it with all my besties. Like, look.
Yeah, we went. I forgot.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was also like still COVID was still going around.
I forgot. And then we came home and then
Wait.
Wait. What?
Be patient.
Okay, speed it up.
So
We go home.
we go to Miami. We have a baller time. We go see Spider-Man No Way Home. The reason I say that is because we went with some friends, and then I was wearing my mask. Okay.
Oh, we were all wearing masks.
We were all wearing masks. Like,
We went to
even
the
my
movie
friends
theater.
were wearing masks. Were wearing masks.
Yeah, we were
they
all
not?
wearing masks.
I think like when we took pictures together, we took off our masks or things like that. But we were literally wearing masks. Like we would even wear masks like when we were in the car together. You know what I mean? But
I messed up.
I don't even know. Here's the thing: we don't know.
Okay. Can I take
what
it from
happened
here?
was, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
At the movie.
At the movie, we're sitting, whatever. I have a drink, and my friend, he's like, "Oh, can I have a sip of that drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, just, take off, like, just drink from the rim, of the cup. Don't drink from like my straw." And we go home, and then I get COVID.
Hey, you didn't let me finish.
like that's the gist of it.
No,
Like,
here's the thing. You passed it to him, and I was like, no, don't pass it to him. Like, you don't want to,
and then I was like, "It's fine."
And then you said, it's fine. And I was like, okay, like, it's, like, I'll just make sure he doesn't give you back the cup. And then he starts to pass it to you, and I was like, no, like you keep it. Like, you keep it.
And I was like, "No, I
And
want
then
my drink."
Exactly. And then I was like, oh, my.
And then we went home, and then I like got COVID. Well, we don't know if I got COVID because I got tested and it never came back
positive.
I think it came back negative.
So the worst thing,
I was only sick for like 3 hours. Like because I woke up after our trip to Miami, we came home.
Felt sick for 3 hours.
I woke up, I felt really sick. We were moving my sister out of her place.
Yes.
And then during that process, I was so sick with my dad and my sister. And I was like, I had a fever and I was like coughing, blah, blah, blah. I get tested for COVID that same day and it comes back negative, doesn't it?
Yeah, it came back negative.
It came back negative. But I was like beating myself up because I was like, how could I be so irresponsible? I really was like upset, but whatever. It came back negative, but I went back home after that and I took a nap, took medicine, and I woke up literally fine, completely fine, perfectly fine.
You're young. I'm not, we're 3 years apart, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's body is different.
But then.
You probably just recovered faster somehow.
I don't know how I did that because my immune system's weak, but.
Yeah. Well, then.
But then.
I think 2 or 3 days before Christmas, I started to feel.
Ill.
2 days before. No. Christmas Eve. Sorry. Christmas Eve morning, night, I don't know. I started to feel like I started to get some kind of weird pain in my throat where like I felt like I was going to throw up-ish.
Oh.
Which was strange. Like it just felt like some kind of weird sensation in my throat. Like I don't really remember.
And same with my father. My father also started to feel sick at the same time. And then they were like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
Let's go get tested. And then they got tested and it came back positive.
Well,
so they blamed me and they were like, you gave us COVID. Like, this is your fault. And then,
well, because we came back from.
But technically, I never had COVID because it came back negative. So it's like.
I mean, you never know because it was probably wrong.
Yeah, I do feel like the test was wrong. I think sometimes the tests are wrong because you get tested too early.
Yeah.
And so, but I really do think I had COVID and gave it to them. But I'm going to say that I didn't get COVID because technically there's no proof.
I do kind of think you got it. Like, there's no way you didn't.
Yeah.
You got sick. I mean, it could just be like.
But yours lasted so long.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's different.
Yeah.
And also, I was around him. And so the thing was.
Oh, because he got COVID first.
Yeah, that's the thing. We got home. So we left Miami December 20th. And then a day or two passed, and my friend started texting me like, hey, like, are you guys feeling okay? Because apparently, like, our friend has COVID. And then another friend said that they were feeling bad as well.
The friends that we hung out with in Miami.
Yes, the friends that we were hanging out with that night, or at least one of them we hung out with. The other friend was like, another friend that we had that also got COVID from that friend.
God, I hate when you're telling stories. So annoying.
Why?
You're taking so long.
Whatever.
They got COVID. We got COVID, okay?
We got COVID from our friends.
Yeah, during Christmas.
But I was like, oh no, like I'm feeling fine. Like that's so weird. And I'm like, oh wow, I must have like a really strong immune system, you know? And then like 2 days later, I'm like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. And then my throat starts hurting. Like I can't breathe. And I mean, I was sick for our like Christmas dinner. We went out to go eat for Christmas, and I was feeling bad, but my parents kind of gaslighted me and were like, oh, like you're literally fine, like it's not COVID, like it's literally nothing, like you're not sick, like you're fine. I was like, okay, fine. But I still felt sick, and I'm like, I'm literally gonna go take a COVID test because I don't feel good. Like I literally don't feel good, like I feel sick. And it honestly wasn't anything different from like a regular like sickness cold kind of thing, but it was still annoying to have to deal with during Christmas.
Yeah,
like that actually sucked.
It did suck because I was like living it up, like I was fine, and then my dad and my sister had like body aches and were sick, and I was like, bummer.
Yeah.
I did feel bad for you. I was like, oopsies, this is all my fault. Yeah.
And so I go to get tested with my dad, and we both come out positive. But the thing is, I felt awful, and my dad felt perfectly fine. Or at least
a little better than you.
Like, not as bad as me. I was like, I felt really bad.
Yeah, but my father's also like a walking vitamin. Like, he...
Oh.
is constantly
literally
constantly taking supplements because he like loves and enjoys taking vitamins and like B12, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, take B12, take your vitamins, and I'm like, I don't want to, and I don't, and that's why I get sick.
And I remember that we had New Year's plans with some family friends here, and we had to cancel because we had COVID.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I remember that. And then we like planned.
Oh, I stayed home on. Yeah, we stayed
and then
home.
we planned it for like a different day, and then those family friends got COVID.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was crazy. And then we're like, okay, when are we gonna get together? Because we had like a Secret Santa planned out.
I remember that.
And then we didn't do it until like February, which
of the next year.
Literally insane.
Yeah.
But
that was it. Okay, are we done?
Yeah.
Are you done with that?
That was like so long.
I know. You were speaking for like 30 minutes straight. I was like, when is this girl gonna finish? It's like, jeez, like, come on. Okay, let me like really
Your
quickly.
turn now.
My turn. This one's.
It wasn't recording the whole time.
It wasn't. Oh, if we didn't click record.
It's literally recording. Like,
I know, but I actually would have like done cartwheels. Like I.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so while all that was happening in my sister's life and also kind of my life,
yeah, it was the worst month of my life.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh, wait, but did you, like, learn anything from it? Like, to, like, take better care of yourself?
Am I supposed to learn something from it?
I thought that's what you were going to say, like, oh, but I learned from this really terrible experience that, like, you should take care of your body and your health and, you know.
Next time, like, when you insist that you want the cup back, I'm gonna make sure you don't get the cup back.
It's funny that you say that because the same thing happened, like, earlier.
What do you mean?
Like 2 weeks ago, where like I was sharing with someone, and not that they had COVID, but like I started to like every time I share something with someone, I get sick. Like I start to feel ill, which is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a common trend where I share drinks with people and then I end up getting sick or feeling like a scratchy throat, which is the worst, but whatever.
Okay, explain
I'm fine now, though.
Your 2021.
My 2021 was a little bit, I don't know. It was definitely a learning experience for me. I mean, I was like a sophomore in high school, and I was at a new school, the school that I'm at currently. So obviously I have to keep things kind of private because I still attend this school. But I was really happy. I was really, really happy. And moving to this school was one of the greatest decisions I've ever made, right? And I'm super grateful to be at this school. And because my freshman year, I was at a different school and I didn't like it, and so I left. And but my parents almost didn't let me leave, which was sad. But they ended up saying, okay, you can change schools. So, whatever. At this school, I was really happy. And everything that occurred in my sophomore year, I would not change it at all. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Even though some of the things caused me some pain, I would never change. I would not change it. If I could go back, I would do everything the same because I feel like it impacted my character quite a bit, you know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think during the end of the year, during the end of the first semester of my sophomore year, I started to feel bad. I started to feel bad. You know, I'm trying to be vague about everything because, you know.
I don't even remember what happened.
Nothing really happened. It's just it's like the same bad thing keeps on happening to me almost everywhere I go. And so
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This certain thing that happened, it wasn't like a single event. It was like I don't know how to explain it, but when you keep on, this certain thing just kept on happening.
There was like a trend that
follows me almost everywhere I go. And it like really hurt me this time because I was so happy, and then this happened, and then I really wasn't happy. And so I kind of forced myself to like distance myself from everyone around me, and I kind of taught myself to be happy alone and to not be around people because I really disliked being around people. And this continued for a really long time where I wouldn't really hang out with anyone because I didn't like the way that people made me feel.
Yeah.
And
I remember Mom would be like, ask your sister to go.
yeah.
I'll be like, I already did.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like did we hang out? I feel like we probably hung out a lot during this time.
That's why I even invited you to go see the Spider-Man movie, I think. I was like, you should come with us. You should come with us. I know we were like, I don't know.
We traveled.
I was like,
though.
Also, my friends are kind of your friends too. So
Yeah.
I was like, it'd be cool like if we all went, you know. But yeah.
But that was kind of hard on me because my entire world kind of shifted from those events that occurred in ways that I'm not going to explain, but
I feel like you can be comfortable like explaining what happened, but I guess not.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Okay,
but
I like don't know if there's like, it's not water under the bridge.
no, it is, but there's a lot more to it than I think anyone really knows. There's
Yeah,
but whatever. I
keeping
digress.
it confidential.
Yeah, the point is, what I learned from these events that happened was maybe don't rely your happiness on the people around you and learn to be happy by yourself. Because when people hurt you and then you shift away from these people, you're going to feel uncomfortable at first being alone. And, it's better to just learn to not depend your happiness on people and things of that sort because it will hurt you in the long run.
Yeah.
And that was something that I had to kind of learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, I think you have like the right mindset to what like you're trying to say, but I also don't think that like you should like isolate yourself from others.
Yeah, I completely
in a way.
Yeah,
I don't see it like, oh, like if someone hurts you, like just shut them out. You're fine by yourself.
Yeah,
like, I don't think you will be fine by yourself. I think that you should be like, you should be okay with like both. I don't know. I think that there's a healthy balance to both, like being around others and being by yourself. Because like people need other people. Like as cheesy as that sounds, like we like humans are communicative. Like we're social people. We're social people. Like
we were built that way. We really were.
We were built to like literally have conversations and get to know people and like get married and like have friends and like get to know people.
We're built to, be around others and
like we're all on this earth already.
Yeah,
we need people. Like we literally need people.
I pretty much. Why are you singing?
Sorry.
I took
all the luckiest people. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I don't even know what you're singing either. But I took
it just came
that I basically did what you said. Like I completely shut almost everyone out of my life and I stopped hanging out with people because I didn't want to. And I didn't want to grow close to the people I was around anymore because I was afraid that they would just hurt me again and again. Yeah. And I would love them, but they wouldn't love me as much as I loved them. Oh. So, like, that was not chill. That was not, it's like,
that was not chill. I was like, that's how you describe it.
Yeah, it was
not
like,
chill.
I was like 15 and I'm like, why? I was like, why? Why is this happening to me? Like,
why?
I was like, no. But, anyway, I did it in the wrong way where I completely, like, shut everyone out and later learned, like, wait, maybe this isn't healthy and this isn't good for me.
It's not.
It really
you need
wasn't.
Friends. You really do need friends.
Yeah, and
like, if anything.
I did have friends. I just didn't want to hang out with them ever. So, yeah. They kind of know about that, though. Like, I've spoken to them about it. So, I don't know. But, whatever. The point is, it taught me that, don't depend your happiness on others. And don't shut everyone out. You should probably communicate, even though that's really hard. Like, that's easier said than done.
What's it with us and, like, having issues talking to people?
Yeah, it's like, wow, we can talk so much, like, in front of a camera, but, like, we can't, like, We can't like explain like our issues like to the people that we love around us. Like, wow, what's that about? Put those down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was my 2021. But I feel a lot better about that whole situation now, obviously because I'm older and
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's water under the bridge. Like,
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't change it. That's because that year was genuinely one of the best years ever, my sophomore year, because I had been unhappy for so long, and then I found happiness.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yippee! Yay!
Yeah. So point is, take care of your body and your mental health. Like I don't know. Yeah. That was a little blast into the past.
Blast from the past.
Blast from the past. Yeah. It really wasn't that long ago.
I literally I was like, what else can we talk about in the podcast like a week or two ago, and I remember that like I had mentioned the fact that like December was like a really hard time. December of 2021 specifically was a really hard time for me, like to someone, and I was like, oh, like this would be a really good thing to talk about in the podcast. And they're like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I'm like, it's fine, like it's literally all in the past. You know what I mean? It's still kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And like, and I hope that I don't have any moments in my life like that.
Yeah.
Because it was like a lot.
Yeah.
And it was literally the most stressful month of my life. Literally, like the most stressful month. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, I had other topics that I wanted to discuss.
But we just don't have time for those.
Yeah, this episode was actually really long.
Yeah, sorry.
So, we're going to finish it there.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about this episode. Do you relate? I don't know what question we can.
Do you relate? No question.
Yeah.
The question is, do you relate? Question mark.
Do you relate?
And we're not even gonna know.
We're not gonna
know what you relate to specifically.
Yeah.
So it's like confidential. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a secret.
We're not being very specific either. Like,
yeah. Do you relate to pimples and
relate?
like not communicating and like
relate to what?
And like COVID. Like, do you relate? Like yes or no?
To
like
this entire episode.
Comment down below. But
we're not gonna elaborate.
Yeah, we're not. So we won't know what exactly you're relating to. So it's like kind of like a secret. So like So, like, you're still keeping, like, your own little, like, piece of you with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, that's enough.
All right, thank you guys. Please subscribe and like and follow us on our socials.
Share, smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button. Oh.
I think we have 21 subscribers right now, which is crazy. I think that's crazy.
Come on.
21. I think that's crazy. Like me, genuinely. I think that's crazy. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
Thank you if you've been here since day one. We love you.
Oh, yeah, we love you. We love you, day oneers.
We love you. We like hit each other with.
I know. It actually kind of hurt.
That's going to be the thumbnail.
No, it's not.
Title, We Have Bimples.
No, it's not going to be that.
Okay, bye.